This picture of a young bride comes from Pietro Bianchi, a well-known photographer from Parma. Whatever the purpose of this shot was, I would love to consider it as a fashion shot because the main subject is certainly the dress. The main problem in shots like this is that the relevant detail lives in the highlights and the quarter tones, and if we try to enhance it with curves, we need to sacrifice a lot of the rest, that is, the areas which live closer to the shadows. Therefore, enhancing the local contrast is often the only way to go. I've prepared two ALCE layers at 100 and 10 pixels respectively, and I am now going to show them. This is ALCE 100. As I toggle the layer on and off, you may notice that a serious reallocation of luminosity has taken place, but we can't really speak about enhancement of the cloth shape. In order to achieve that, we must turn to a finer scale, and here's where ALCE 10, now showing, comes into play. This definitely makes the cloth look more realistic, I would say. The problem with both these layers is that I am somewhat disturbed by the enhancement in the background, and therefore I would love to limit the effect to the dress only. So, a layer mask is on its way. Even before looking at the channels, I already know that the blue is my friend here. The background has a warm color, and warm colors are usually darker in the blue channel than in the other two. The dress, on the opposite, is almost white, and I expect it to be similar in all channels. Let's see. Show the background layer only, and here's the red channel, here's the green, here's the blue. Bingo, the blue wins. It offers me the highest contrast between the dress and the background, so I suppose it's a good starting point for a mask. The mask I am going to build is rather weird and extremely rough this time, so I will work on it in a separate file in order to show you how it works. First, let's duplicate the image, maybe include mask in the name for the sake of clarity, and flatten all the layers. I can discard the hidden layers as I go, because what I really need is the background. Now, with this single layer selected, let's apply image from the original picture, choosing the blue channel from the background in normal mode. We're of course left with a grayscale image since this is a single channel. Now, duplicate the layer and put it in a blending mode which you probably don't use too often. HardMix. Well, it looks like a poster, but it's a fantastic mask because it basically isolates the dress. I don't mind about the black areas in it at the moment, since I may paint them out later if needed, but I care about the white residuals in the high part of the picture instead. So let me paint those out quickly. I'll just flatten the image, pick a large brush, black foreground color, and there you go. You know, I hate painting, but this was easy. Now, back to the original image. The black and white layer we just created is going to be our mask for the ALCE layers. So, activate ALCE 100 and create a layer mask. Now, apply image from the other file, which is truly black and white and has one layer only, so any channel will do, even RGB itself. Done. You may notice here some horrible posterization due to the fact that the mask is really harsh. Don't be afraid, blur it. I guess 20 pixels Gaussian blur will do. And in fact, posterization has gone. Now, the ALCE layer appears only where the mask is white, that is, in the dress. Same thing for the ALCE 10 layer, with the bonus that I may simply duplicate the mask here. Keep the Alt key pressed, then click and drag the mask from the ALCE 100 layer to the ALCE 10 layer, and you're in business. Turn the layer on, and that's going to be it. Of course, in this case, the ALCE 10 layer becomes overwhelming in almost every area of the dress, because the mask is substantially white everywhere. So, we need a more clever way to blend the two layers. I want to be provocative here. The lightness and whiteness of the dress is enhanced if we put a bit more shadow into it. So, on the ALCE 10 layer, change the blending mode to multiply. 100% may be too much, but 50% seems okay to me. I am only disturbed by the seriously bluish cast which the shadows have taken on. It was there at the start, but it is now far too evident, I think. So, create a hue saturation adjustment layer, select blues from the menu, click on a reasonably representative blue area with the eyedropper, and cut saturation at will. Yes, you may go to -100% and turn the shadows into neutral grey, if that's what you're after. Or you may want to stop at, say, -60% and leave a hint of blue if you wish. For my money, I would drag this down as much as possible. This is it. Now, reality check. Back to the original and the one we've created. I think the enhancement in the dress, and the dress only, is fantastic. How much time did it take me to get here? Well, longer than necessary. If I had worked directly on the layer masks, it would have taken me far less. Want me to try? Well, okay. Delete adjustment layer. Delete layer mask. Now, create layer mask on ALCE 100. Apply image from the background, blue channel, normal mode. Apply same channel again, now in HardMix mode. Okay, isolate the mask, paint on it a bit to clean it up here and here. Gaussian blur. Now I'll drag on top layer, everything done. Multiply 50%, adjustment layer, hue saturation, target the blues, eyedropper, click on the shadows, saturation down, finished. Coffee break!